flames burning under stadium lights. We roar loud, loud, we don't back down. Panther hearts beat in this town. Break it down now, play by play. We live for the fight every game day. From bright suits to the roaring crew, black, silver, blue, we're coming through. Blaze got the blaze to keep us alive. Bright swings are deep like a panther dive. We break it down, stats and scores. Post-game heat that leaves you wanting more. Live after the whistle blows. Feel the energy, it grows. Break it down now, play by play. We live for the fight every game day. From bright suits to the roaring crew, black, silver, blue, we're coming through.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Winning is therapeutic, folks. The Carolina Panthers with a shutout against the Atlanta Falcons. Ben, if there's a team that I want to get right against, it is the Atlanta Falcons at Bank of America. I don't even like the song, but I'm singing it. Sweet Caroline, bum, 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 30 to nothing. That's right. The Carolina Panthers are resetting the season, potentially going down to start the season 0-3 with no chance of making the playoffs, less than a 1% chance. No, the Carolina Panthers said, F that, Atlanta. We're going to put the beat down on you. The defense is legit. While they didn't get the sacks, they were causing havoc all day, winning the line of scrimmage. The offense played mistake-free. Aside from a muff punt, it was a great day for the Carolina Panthers. And, man, we're here to break it down on the longest-running Panthers podcast. That's the C3 Panthers podcast. It's our post-game show. Cody Lack is probably looking like a lobster because he was at this game. Good for him, man. He needed that for his heart and soul. And, CK, we needed this win for our hearts and soul. It's great to be here with you, brother.
Bro, if you couldn't ask for a better game, not only did we just mollywop the Atlanta Falcons, okay? The Jets just blocked the Tampa Bay Bucks game-winning field goal and ran it back for a touchdown. And they're now beating the Bucks 27-26 with less than 2 minutes left to go. It is absolutely all ups for the Carolina Panthers. You couldn't ask for anything better than this, except for my 2-year-old screaming for my attention for a moment. So I'll let you handle it and talk to everybody here for a second.
I got it. Look, I'm going to play the role today. I got to help. You guys are going to have to help me. Boy, we're already helping. The dang C3 copays. Now they back to C3 love bombs as we bombed. Well, we didn't bomb. We dropped bombs on the Atlanta Falcons. Do my best to do my Cody. Welcome in with the greatest YouTube community in Panther Nation. Panther Gal 73, Rare Great Gamer 99. We got Sarah Taylor in the house. Good to see you. VR the Hope Dealer, Flames Watch, Cheetah Wheeler, Ornez Colt. We got Duke Thunders. A lot of C3 super fans in here. Love to see that. Bryce Young Glazer. We got Jelly Bean Dean 15 watching on Kick. We love that. Black Fry, Roosevelt Mungo, Brandon R, John B. Jenkins, Cheetah Wheeler, Mac 007. Boy, we are here to celebrate. You're listening to the post-game show. The number's 252-228-5098. Get your calls in. Be happy with us. What I love about this is when we have a win, we actually have the least viewership. But, boy, you guys are coming in full support. We'll go ahead and knock these right out. Thank you for supporting the C3 Panthers post-game show. Panther Gal 73, $5 C3 love bomb. Game money win. VR the Hope Dealer with a $2 love bomb here. First 20-plus shutout since 2015 versus Atlanta. Sarah Taylor, good, long time. No see. I see you on Facebook occasionally. Always looking great. Your daughter, your family looks beautiful. Sarah Taylor with the 1999 donation demoralized Atlanta with a shutout. And Kristen Butler, the faithful Kristen Butler, with the $5 contribution. I think from here on out, we need to be rocking those fresh black helmets. Panthers were fed well today, so full of that Falcon yum yum. That's right, yum yum. Give me this feeling, inject it into my veins. Let me just savor the moment. Justin D. Young, 30 on their heads. That's right. The Carolina Panthers opened the season with their home opener. And I'm telling you, man, we have been talking. CK, you mentioned, oh, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Double E is going to be fired by this. And I've been secretly, because we've always debated what's been going wrong on this team going forward these past two games. And really, this defense has not been bad. And boy, they were putting up points. They were getting turnovers. They were getting pressure. They held Bijan Robinson to 72 yards, 131 total rushing yards on the day. A lot of those, 46 of those with Nick Carter at the back end of the game. The Carolina Panthers rushed the ball effectively. I was surprised, to be honest, that Chuba Hubbard, when I pulled up this stat sheet right here, that he had 73 yards. I'm rushing. I mean, because there was the Dowdle show all day.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter with our first rushing touchdown on the season. Rico Dowdle, 10 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown. You look at this, the Panthers passing game didn't have to do much because the defense took care of business. Bryce Young, 16 for 24 on the day, 121 yards, no INTs, no touchdowns though, but played a clean game. Tedaroa McMillan, again, the leading receiver, only 3 catches for 48 yards. Tommy Tremble got a little action. Look, I mean, the Panthers really didn't do much in the passing game, but what you're talking about here, Mike Jackson with a giant interception, a dagger, game-sealing interception late, right? Chow Smith-Wade with the pick 6. Man, this defense got after it. Let me see if we can see what we get any player stats right here. Let's see. Leading the class in tackles, Rosebum with 9 tackles. The Panthers did not have a sack on the day. Can you believe that? But they put pressure. They were able to win the line of scrimmage. Man, how is this? This is what CK, when you look at these stats right here, the Panthers didn't do anything really. I'm not trying to take away from this. Look, I mean, we didn't really rush the ball incredibly well. I mean, you got these offensive statistics are modest, but isn't it nice when you don't have to do much? And this is the recipe that the Carolina Panthers need. This is why we haven't been winning games, CK, because we didn't play like this. We were able to play from ahead, and this benefits our defense, and it allows them to capitalize on some of them things. Boy, when you watch this game, what'd you see? I mean, I got some notes here. I don't got very much here, but what's your?
I'll be honest. I'll tell you right out of the gate. I'm going to give my defense the flowers, that they deserve. I think they rightfully deserve it. But I think what won us this game more than any other part of this entire team was the special teams. Or let me rephrase. Maybe I'm exaggerating on that front. They had such a major impact on this game that it's not even how many times did they, on a kickoff, not a punt, a kickoff, did we have them had started at the 10-yard line? That never happens.
They made a lot of mistakes, Atlanta. When things started getting bad for them, they started going really bad, right? Is that the interception? It was demoralized. You saw the nervousness. Yeah. And they really did make a couple of mistakes on those kickoffs that allowed the Panthers to pin them back and really get themselves into advantageous situations. Boy, look, look, if you look at their stats, look, Michael Penix, tough day for him. 2 INTs. He was 18 for 36. Yuck, right? 172 yards. Nobody did anything for them, right? They did have 201 passing yards on the day, but they didn't get nothing done. Bryce Young was sacked 1 time.
Yeah. How many times has a team shut out another team and not had a single sack?
It's incredible. They were collapsing the pocket while they weren't getting home. they kind of were. They were
Yeah.
making disruption. They were disruptive. Penix was always like, a couple of his miscues and interceptions were him getting nervous and rushing.
Yeah, I think I think our defense, I'm not going to take anything away from what they did today whatsoever. I do think a lot of the failures of the Atlanta offense is squarely on Penix not throwing the ball where it needed to be. How many of his 18 incompletions were just completely off the mark? And, that interception to Bijan Robinson, that was just a really late throw in the flat. That ended up being a touchdown for Chau Smith-Wade. Like, I think that this is, if I'm an Atlanta Falcon fan, I'm looking at this and where you would normally say everybody else failed Bryce and, the offensive line. Well, Penix took no sacks. They have Bijan Robinson, who was running pretty effectively. There were, he wasn't like blowing the doors off the thing, but he was running fairly effectively. This squarely falls on the shoulders of Michael Penix. That is the only person that you can look at and say this the reason that the Falcons lost that game.
Couple of drops. You can look at some different things, but you're right. If you're the Falcons fan base right now, you're putting that on Michael Penix Jr. And CK, I just think this is. Oh, actually, I want to put this out. Here's some notes I got. You said that this is the first shutout. I know that on the broadcast they said this is the biggest lead of Young's career. That was when we were up 20-0.
Yeah,
think of that. It's the kid's in his third season, and we've never been up 20 on a team. They wrote in the game in the broadcast. They said the first third quarter shutout by the defense since 2022. So you're telling me earlier it's the first shutout since 2020 or 2019?
2020, we beat the Detroit Lions 20-0. This is to talk about additional callbacks to the 2015 year. However, this is the first time we've beaten a team by 30 points since we beat Atlanta 38-0 in 2015. And so a lot of people are going to start to connect some dots to this, feeling like it's meant to be a better run than what it looked like the first 2 years or first 2 weeks. Just because of those connections back to the 2015 year, and that's exactly 10 years after the actual the Panthers, the 2015 season. So I find that to be quite interesting to look at those parallels. Obviously, you can't look to the past to indicate what this year is going to look like, especially given this team looks drastically different than they did in 2015. But man, it is awesome to see this team actually follow through. And this was complimentary football all the way around. Like, if you were to tell me who are you going to give the game ball to, like, it's going to be a hard decision to pick where I'm going to put that game ball. The defense played well, special teams played well, offense did their job when they were called upon, outside of a few drops that we can, probably inevitably going to be talked about when it comes to T-Mac, things like that, man. But it was a fantastic appearance. I just wish that our offense, if I had to give you one negative, is
we left some plays out there.
We left some plays out there, but my problem is that we started out the game throwing the ball, and then we just decided to run the ball. Well, the thing about running the ball is it's meant to open up the pass game, and we never recommitted to the pass game whatsoever. Now, I know we were ahead, and so you don't really need to put too much of that pressure on Bryce at that point. But, man, I tell you what, how nice it would have been in a winning situation like this to have Bryce Young actually have a couple of passing touchdowns, so nobody's going to say that his only success comes from, garbage time stats. That part is frustrating. There was a few opportunities that I think could have absolutely been touchdowns had they been caught and not hard catches either. So that's interesting as well. So if we can get those cleared up and this defense can play the way that they played this week, man, I am telling you, this is going to be a fantastic team to watch if they can continue to improve week in and week out. I told you from last year, we saw no improvement really for the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Here we are 3 weeks in. We don't even recognize this team from week one.
Yeah, this is a game that you don't want to get too excited you said the parallels to the 2015 season. I was talking to my girlfriend. She called me and she said, and she was like, what is going on with the Panthers? You know, I mean, what is happening? And I said, we're going to the Super Bowl. She said, don't get off. She said, you're gonna be happy on that post-game show. I said, we're going. She said, don't be careful. Duke Thunders, thank you for your contribution to the C3 post-game show. Are we going to talk about how Mike Jackson purposely tried not to get that pick six? He must have bet under on our point scored. You know, I kind of wondered about that. I think he just had a poor instinct. Like, it kind of like reminded me when you walk in the hall and you have like when you know that we both have to go one way and then we both pick the same way and then we both pick the same way again and you have that awkward exchange. Like, he saw that guy and he picked left. And if he would have just trusted that block and peeled up the sideline, he would have been to the house. And then he tried to turn it around and do some stuff. But hey, look, there's a couple of times Mike Jackson was a little behind on some defensive plays, but he was there when it mattered, right? He's made plays for us as a Carolina Panther. J.C. Horn, you know, let's just go say this is that one where he almost had the pick at the end. That should have been a interference call. He hit that guy at the top of his route, 10 yards deep. You know what I'm saying? So, but the other thing the Panthers did get bailed out a little, is not bailed out, but early on, finally the ball bounced our way a couple of times and two missed field goals early in the game. That really helps. While that wouldn't have probably changed the real direction of the game, I don't think. It's, you know, you're talking about the difference between a shutout and not those missed field goals. And I do go back to that offense, CK, is like it was good. I mean, and it did everything it had to do, right? Like, I mean, it didn't need, we won 30-0. But I felt like could have been a 40. I think there was 14 more points out there that they just kind of a couple of misses that Chuba. I think where he was going to Tet maybe, and he overthrowed it. Luke on the radio broadcast said it was designed to go to Chuba. It looked like Tet was
trying to get it,
and may have actually touched the ball a hair,
causing it to be a short. I don't know if he did or not. I thought Tet instinctively pulled his head and hands down just in time to avoid it. But to be honest with you, I don't know. I think the concern you're going to have, and there's a lot of people out there who are going to bring this up, right? Maybe not. Maybe a 30-0 victory over the Falcons are going to gloss over a couple of these things. But obviously, the elephant in the room is that Tet did have, I think, a total of 3 drops, and.
Yeah, but concerning
it drops.
He makes the most insane, difficult
it's the easy ones that he's just not hauling in. Yeah. It's nice to see those crazy, highlights. Don't get me wrong, but I tell you what, when it's 3rd and 3 and you got a perfect shot, to your chest, and you're still not coming down with that, or on that screen pass where. If he had caught the ball, that was perfectly executed. He had like 30 yards in front of him. He was going to be gone. I think that those are problematic, because those are like, if this was a close game, we're going to point to those plays and say they lost the game.
Yeah, this is the NFL, man. It changes week to week. It changes play to play. And while Atlanta look, they gave the Bucs to the wire, right? Should have probably won that game at the end. They dominated Minnesota, who is a kind of a conundrum of a team right now. I think they put it on the Browns, but they have not the Bengals today. But last week, the Falcons defense had 6 sacks, right? They had a dominant defensive performance against a team that got a quarterback hurt in the process. And, they also hit 5 field goals with a brand new kicker. It's like, so, they had a little momentum coming in here, but, that there might have been a little fool's gold to it in a sense. And on the other hand is that the Panthers, what today shows me is really kind of what we've believed a little bit, but we've just been so frustrated by the continuous failure of this team at any moment, is that the team is not as bad as they played, right? Is like the defense wasn't as bad as they were last year. The offense has more talent than it's had in the past, and just somehow they weren't able to put it together. That's why I haven't picked the Panthers to win a game. I was not going to ever pick them until they actually won. Oh, and did XL not play today? I didn't even notice.
He was out. He said his hamstring.
For the hamstring?
Something
Coincidental, huh?
Yeah. But the issue I have is, again, coming back to this coaching staff. So if you're going to have Xavier Legette on inactive, why the heck did they keep Jimmy Horn on inactive?
Because they like that other dude, the Bryson Tremaine. Also, I got in my notes too, CK. This is fun. The rookie tight end, Mitchell. Big first down catch in the beginning of the game. But most importantly, or what I thought is he's on that goal line rushing touchdown from Dowdle, where they gave the ball to Damian Lewis to spike. He's celebrating. He made a big block in that. I think we got something there potentially. I like that they are playing some of these young guys. And more. I mean, this team was hitting today. They were laying the wood. Man, I'm so happy. Look, we got I don't know how many people are watching on YouTube. Wait, I can't see. We got 164, I think, on YouTube, roughly. There's 120 people watching on X. Y'all, repost, like, hit the thumbs up. We got to ride this momentum. We have been through the dog days every week after every game, every Tuesday. Join us Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. to chop up all the Panthers news and opinions from the fan perspective. But you know what we really want? We want to talk to the fans. That's what we want. We want to hear you guys celebrate the numbers 252-228-5098. That's 252-228-5098. Now I got to find where is Cody when you need him. He's out celebrating. Where the heck is the cat calls bumper? I don't know here. Ice up. Look, count that. Where is all the? There we go. This is last year's, but here we go. Get in with your calls. We're going to have some fun right now.
So what are your thoughts on catcalling?
Yeah, it's pretty. You shouldn't do that to somebody.
And how did that make you feel?
Very uncomfortable.
So how do you think catcalling makes the person feel?
It feels good, like.
Who's that cat sitting in the back corner with his face buried in his nose? Who's that kid that can use one?
Nation, this your boy Preston from Hickory. I'm calling at halftime right now, and I mean this is a total different feel in the air. You know, I think the air smells sweeter.
It smells
Hey,
good.
tastes
Smells like
better.
fried falcon.
And it's halftime, and we shut down an entire offense, and we're up 10-0, which is crazy because the last 2 weeks we were down 10-0. Now we're up 10-0. Wow, this is different. Like I said, I was not going to pick this team to win a game until they showed me they could win a game. And if that's the case, I'm never picking the Carolina Panthers to win a game ever again, because if this is the result and this is what happens, I'm fine saying I'm not picking my team to win. Holy shit. We still got things cleaned up offensively. That defense, chef's kiss, man. Chef's kiss for that defense. We, all of a sudden, Ajero Vero learned how to stop the run. I think Nick Scorton being in today and starting his game today, he's going to be a monster. He's going to be a game record for years to come. But, hey, we're only at halftime, so let's see how the rest of this game goes, man. I'm feeling good about it.
Love
Keep pounding, boys.
Love
Keep
it.
pounding.
Big shout out to a lot of people in here. Brad, Sigma, thanks for joining. And Spivey the Goat 12, man, hit me up on Twitter all the time. I like this guy a lot. He said that defense turn up. And look, I'm a broke clock is right twice a day, and I might be a broke clock, but I've been trying and preaching in the background that this defense has been playing a lot better than people getting credit to. A little bit post PTSD, put in some difficult situations in these first games with a lot of turnovers. Look, now they didn't get those moments where they had to fight uphill battles, and they were able to again play. I don't think this defense, look, we know that this pass rush is not just like so dominant that they're just getting to the quarterback every time. So they can't really, playing with a lead allows our defense to play in a more natural state, I think. And I'm sure every defense wants to play with a lead. I understand that. But the Panthers, or at least playing in a point where every first down is not potentially a dagger to the end of the game. And it gives you a little bit more latitude. I think people played a little freer. And while he put Scorton up there as, look, Bobby Brown the third eating up the middle. Our defensive line, really, where the pressure came was up the gut. That's where I felt like it was congested the whole game. Derek Brown destroyed some dude early in the game. I thought he was dead. Like my little cousin, my little nephew. So I'm watching this game. I had the whole family. It's Sunday. We went to mass. Perfect day. I mean, you can't draw this day up better. Whole family, all the kids go to church. We go to mass. I had the whole family over. I made the Sunday. This is Italian Sunday, man. We had the Sunday gravy. We had the meatballs. We had everything. I was cooking. I had the game. I was like still finishing food up in the first quarter. Right. But my sister has 4 little kids, and the oldest boy he's a boy's boy, man. Like, he loves some football. As soon as the football game's he's like, let's watch it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, my kids half the time don't pay attention. This boy, he said, Derek Brown just destroyed this guy. He said, he's as tall as you. I said, dude, that mug is 6'4", and he is 325 pounds. He's a lot bigger than me, and we need to pray for that man who may have just died. But it was a great day. It was fun. It's fun hanging out with your family when you're not like cursing and just miserable.
Not kidding.
Really nice. I mean, we needed this. What we need, though, is for this not to be a
one time feeling.
Yeah, we need to put together. We got the Jets next, maybe.
I mean, let's
get on it. I think
it's a possibility, man. It's we'll see. I mean, it's also a couple of things that worry me. If they're gonna have Justin Fields back, I don't know that we contain him along with their run game and everything along those lines. That's my only concern. But listen,
I think we can do it if we don't have to worry about them taking the top off.
Yeah, and that's the question. So,
was
Patriots
Scott in there today? How about this? Is we didn't see the big vulnerabilities in the deep ball and stuff. Is that even when they had moments where they took shots down the field, I felt like our defense was in decent positions. Let's go back to the calls. The number's 252-228-5098. You tell us what you saw in this game, how you're feeling, how this moment means to you, what this means. Is this just something that we needed to keep us involved and invested, or is this potentially a deeper or a better look at what this Carolina Panthers team could be? Here's a call from 328 today, so we're starting to get to the end of the game here.
What's up, C3? Preston from Hickory, calling back with my second call. I got my first one, but Rico Dowell just scored that, trying to put us up. Man, I can't believe it. We actually exposed a quarterback. A Carolina Panthers defense in 2020 anything, exposed a quarterback in an offense. Now the league knows that Penix can't throw downfield. I mean, the majority of the routes that he was hitting were comebacks, little short, little digs. I mean, he cannot throw downfield. And our defense, the Carolina Panthers defense, exposed that. That is remarkable to me. I mean, I don't want to get out. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I mean, is this the start of the turnaround? Like, the Falcons are, I mean, they're not a great team. They are a get-right game waiting to happen, but we were a get-right game waiting to happen not long ago. So, I don't know. still need to see something on the road. I like the home win. And again, I'm calling, and it's not even the end. The fourth quarter hasn't even started. That's how bad this is. The Falcons are not coming back on this. They don't have the offense or the firepower to do so. They don't have the quarterback to do so, really. So, this is a dub, and I'm happy, but I'm still skeptical. So for right now, I'm going to enjoy this blowout, because this is awesome. I mean, and on top of all that, the greatest uniform combo in the entire league.
Let's go.
Not, I don't care what
Let's
anybody
go.
says. That blue with the black helmets and the black pants, that
Fire.
goes so hard.
Yeah. Hey, man, we
But,
looked the part.
Yeah, man.
We looked good, felt good,
Enjoy
played
this, Panther
good.
Nation. Enjoy this, Panther fans. We deserve this. It's been too long since we've had this feeling.
Yep.
First one of the season at home.
Thank you, my friend Lawrence Trevette. Appreciate this. Is he said we got New England next. You know what this shows you is that like I've been so focused one game, 1 week at a time, not looking ahead on the schedule. We don't play the Jets for a couple weeks. Actually, we got the Patriots, then we got the Dolphins, then we host the Cowboys, then on the roads to the Jets. So we got a little ways before we play that team. But look, is right now Patriots beat a team I don't really want to play around with. I'm not walking in and thinking all of a sudden that the Patriots are a easy no, there is no easy win for the Panthers. But what we saw is this: you play mistake-free football, or not mistake-free. You don't turn the ball over. We had one opportunity. It was really going to be a bad one, right? And that is the Trevor Etienne muff punt leads to a missed field goal, which is awesome, right? That's good news there. So you're able to salvage that shutout there, but also and a mistake-free again. I don't know. I saw a Spivey the Goat said Pickle. They're not going to talk about them 4 or 5 drops, and I wonder what Panther Pickle said. And I'm wondering if he's talking about, look, as we did mention, and not that I'm defending ourselves, it's like, look, is that the Panthers offense actually left plays out on the field, right?
Yeah.
Like while this team overall played a great game, and when you say a great game, is that they won 30-0. You went from a team that's getting beat down each and every week. So is it perfect? Is it a perfect game? No, but a lot of cool takeaways here, right? Is that you get the offensive line. Let's talk about that momentarily. The Panthers offensive line suffered 2 major injuries last week. You lost Austin Corbett, your starting center, and you lost Robert Hunt, who is your all-pro guard or a Pro Bowl guard. I think he's been all-pro at some point in his career. Either way, he's the best damn offensive lineman that we have on the team outside of Taylor Moton. And Savala, it was Rico Dowdle almost took one to the house, like up the gut, and he tripped over. It was Savala's foot. He tripped over. He got pushed back.
Yeah, because Zavala got pushed back so bad.
Yeah, but the offensive line protected Bryce well enough today. I don't think the Panthers offense, CK, didn't have to do very much to win this game. What they needed to do was not create an opportunity to put them in a position to lose the game. And they didn't, Bryce didn't turn the ball over. And really, Bryce, if anything, I thought he played. I think this was his best game that I've seen in a long time from him. Is that while he didn't have the touchdowns, he pushed the ball downfield. He kept his eyes downfield. He slid. He still looked kind of ridiculous doing it. Why can this guy? I understood Cam not being able to slide. He's so tall and just, he's just still but he slid. They protected the ball. He didn't take sacks. He didn't have turnovers. There were some drops, right? Tet had some easy. They left some plays on the field. And I'm going to tell you this, Chuba Hubbard, if I'm a coach, I am never listening to this dude. And I thank God they didn't. He wanted him to challenge the catch. He wanted him to challenge the touchdown. And you're like, bro, you didn't have either one of those.
No, it was definitely not a catch. We're going to talk about the drops. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's going to happen. I think there's some concerns there. I think overall today, what Bryce Young did, a lot of people are going to say that the numbers don't pop, or even the back half of the game didn't really look that impressive. Well, he didn't. Number one, he didn't need to, but number two is he actually looked pretty daggone impressive had it not been for a few mistakes by the people he were throwing the ball to. I'm not going
I
to really.
think he had one errant pass, CK. If I can remember,
and that was the Hunter Renfrow one. I think
Renfrow, he threw it behind him.
Yeah. And that one, that just feels like a timing, understanding the guy. Tony, will you do me a favor? I'm sharing a photograph of what people were saying.
I got you.
About this game prior to the game. Now, in the defense of all of the people who made these picks, we did not show anything that made them want to be able to pick us. But daggone, do I not like the fact that we were able to use this to be able to put a chip on our shoulder, and the Carolina Panthers tweeting this out saying we are about that life and then with this same post add this little 30 reference to the fact that we just got them 30-0. So
very smart.
Yeah. There. So it's I'm just happy that we can be the ones on the receiving or on the sending end of the talking of trash, if you will.
Yeah, we don't have to always be on the ass end of it. That's for sure. Let's go to the next call.
You know what this is.
Yo, it's showtime. Rule from Fort Myers, fourth quarter, 27-0. Let's fucking go. Rico Dowdle got his touchdown. Bryce, keep the fuck up. You know what? I take everything back I said about Bryce Christopher Young. We could go 2-15 as long as it's against the fucking Falcons. Fuck them dirty birds.
Yep, that's the case, man.
I go 2-15, but as long as Falcons 0-2 against us, I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. He put on his super suit. Where was this, Bryce Young? We needed this last week, bro. Last week could have been a dub too. But I ain't complaining. Only thing I do want to say is get Trevor Etienne the fuck out of this team, bro. I don't even know why he drafted that bum, bro.
Stop.
Put Jimmy Horn back there, bro.
No.
Fucking wasting Jimmy Horn, bro. He's a fucking dog, and I fucking know it, bro.
Oh,
Put
gosh.
Jimmy Horn
never
back
enough.
there, bro.
It's never enough.
What's Jimmy Horn doing, bro? Fucking beast, bro. Bro, Jimmy Horn grew up in
always got to be a player that everybody thinks that would be the best thing ever.
Bro, put Jimmy Horn in there, bro. Fucking beast. But with that being said, bro, first quarter play calling was fucking phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal. I love how Dave pulled out the cojones and the fucking
going for it. I like that.
Fourth downs and
fourth
shit.
and what?
Like last week we had a
fourth
and
and
one
like
and just fucking punted it away. Man, grow some fucking balls. So his balls grew a little bit. I think with this win, we gain momentum and start picking up other wins too. Another thing, bro, McMillan, bro.
You can catch 5 drops. They said, is that true?
It was at least 3.
Catch that shit, but then drop a wide open slant.
That's
the shit that be killing me, dog. That's the shit that be killing me. If that nigga can fucking hit
targeted
the machine
8
every
times,
day,
3
fucking
catches.
catch those slants. That's all we need. O-line looking straight besides the penalties, but we looking straight. Some of these penalties are sus. I ain't gonna hold y'all sus as fuck. But yeah, man, love every single one of y'all, man. Holy shit.
The Panthers won the turnover battle, and they put points up when they had to. And what I mean by that is finally we went with the rookie kicker. Mortensen says we have a kicker too. Panthers were 3 for 3 on field goals and also extra points. Perfect there. 3 for 3 there on extra points. They are red zone efficiency 2 for 3, 67%. Goal to goal effort efficiency. I don't know what that goal to go efficiency. This is what's listed in the. What is that stat? This is in the game book. So it says red zone efficient goal to go efficiency.
So it's saying how efficiency
100%.
Yeah, basically that means that when we were first and goal, like within 10 yards, and we had a first down, that we were scoring 100% of the time on those situations. Which, to be fair, was only 2 times.
Did not have to. And this is pretty wild here. Is with such a dominant performance, did not win the time of possession battle as much as you would think. 31-58 to 28. But but it was so out of hand at that point. At the end, you're just letting them dink and dunk. And it was really nice that they didn't dink and dunk their way to just 3 points or a late touchdown for the Carolina Panthers. The number's 252-228-5098. Tell us what we're missing. Tell us what you saw. Let's go to Chuck in Elizabeth City.
Hey, guys. Chuck in Elizabeth City. I tell you what, a lot of weight's been lifted off the shoulders today. If this game's coming to a close, we hold them to this shutout. That's going to be very big against Atlanta. 2 or 3 things I want to look at. Number 1, Bryce, no turnovers. It'll look good. 2 things that concern me, and they're not really big, but they are important. We're really giving up a lot more penalty yards and a lot of false starts, a lot of holding penalties, things like that were on offense, or we could have scored more points early. That's crucial. It's really good that we got the turnovers on them and pushed that up. That really helped us a lot. Number 2, I know Etienne fumbled him off punt. Maybe Jimmy Horn should have played today, and he would have done a better job. But then again, needing a running back. I haven't heard from David Moore anything today. But the other thing that I look at that's concerning to me right now, we're not getting sacks. The secondary's playing awesome. And maybe I'm missing something in the tape. We're putting pressure. We got to start getting some sacks, guys. But other than that, it's an awesome win. It's an awesome win. Way to go, Panthers.
A lot of 2 calls in a row. People talking about the Trevor Etienne muff punt and also Jimmy Horn Jr., which you brought up as well. Is that now XL didn't play in this game? Why is it that this Camp Darling, a name that people knew coming out of college, is not getting off the practice squad, but the Bryson Tremaine guy is not only active but playing? I think too is that I don't know. I mean, I don't think the Panthers want to be small at wide receiver. I think that has something to do with it. Is that that you're going to have Hunter Renfrow, who is an undersized receiver, playing in the slot. Are you going to run Hunter Renfrow, T-Mac, and Jimmy Horn Jr., or do you like having more size out there with Bryson Tremaine? I thought they did a good job of mixing personnel up today. We saw a lot of people get involved from, and I always forget, who's the rookie kid, Mitchell. I don't know his first name.
Evan Mitchell.
Evan Mitchell. And oh, look, my boy Nick Montero is in the house, man. I was just thinking about you today. I got to give you a call. Nick, with the $1.99 contribution to the C3 postgame show. We face the Pats, and Josh and Nick are going to be there representing the Carolina Panthers. I hope we can get you guys a win. And Chuck brings up the inability that we 30-0 shutout, what looks to be a dominant defensive performance, but no sacks. They didn't get home, CK. They didn't. And look, I don't want to make excuses like, yes, we would have liked to see some of those moments, but I do think that I never felt like the Falcons' pocket looked clean. Now, they didn't get to them, but it was just like the feet were always was unable for Penix to step up into the pocket.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure coming up the middle. And look, if anything, the Panthers took away the run game somehow. And they made the Falcons, getting ahead. That's how you do this, is when you're a team. I know that we've talked about in the past is that there's been criticisms. If you guys saw the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator clip talking about preparing for the Carolina Panthers, and he said it's kind of like it's hard to prepare for this team because you don't really, they're just different at different parts every week and every moment. A lot of times they want to run, they'll start a game running a traditional type of NFL offense, under center, run the ball, trying to take some shots, and then they're spreading out. They're going zero, no protect, like all wide receivers spreading it out, and Bryce seemingly thrive last week. So he's like, we have to prepare for two different teams. Well, really, I don't think the Panthers could have had and have been able to find an offensive identity because they've been playing from behind so much.
Yeah.
If anything, I would say this is that we still see that Dave Canales likes to throw the ball. Is like even up, I feel like we were still passing the ball significantly. I think this is just does this all of a sudden say the Panthers are a dominant team? I don't know. I don't think so. There's still a lot of questions and some things, but look, you got to start somewhere. You got to get some momentum, and you were able to persevere in some ways. As XL struggled, now you don't have him in the offense. The offense drops. It's like even the wide receivers didn't just take this away. This was a collective win. I think that from the kicking game, we punt the ball great. Our punter is great. The Panthers just played well. Like this is what they needed to do last year. This is what they needed to do for the first game. It's like they're not dominant. They don't have a dominant offense. They don't have a dominant defense. But if you play well on both sides, complementary football, they're not as bad as they have been. Shout out to my bastard son, White Chocolate Espresso. I still have to RSVP, but I am coming. So verbal RSVP, I got the invitation right here. I'm going to physically do it. He says, of course, they kill it when I can't watch. Well, you know what? You're not allowed to watch any Panthers games anymore. That's what we learned. Let's go back to the calls. The number's 252-228.
Hey, guys. John B. Jenkins here. And, man, what a dumbass I was. That big old declarative statement I made at the end of last week's game that I wasn't going to watch any games. The Panthers until they won 3 games in a row.
Did you watch?
Well, that didn't work. I ended up watching this entire game, and holy shit, I'm so glad I saw all of this. Guys, I am so glad I get to call into this post-game show with y'all and sharing all of this. This is going to be so great. I am in Charlotte visiting some family, not at the game, watching it, though, and I'm going to get to drive back to Chapel Hill with some fellow Panther fans on the road. Y'all be safe driving. But, all my C3 family, oh my God, this is so great. This is the best.
Feeling.
Is this not the best, y'all? Is this not the best?
You think we won the Super Bowl?
I love you guys so much. I'm so glad we all got this victory
We
to
were
share
so
with each
hungry.
other.
We were so thirsty.
Anyway, that's all I got
desert.
for y'all right now. Just real happy, just like everybody else is. As always, keep pounding Carolina Panthers. Keep pounding Panthers Raw Schlaw. Go Fish. And keep pounding C3 Panthers podcast. John B. Jenkins out.
John B, my man, you got drive safe, enjoy it. And look, as we were in a desert, we found a little spring of water to save us, right? As fans, you're talking about, it feels so good. It feels like you think we're going to the playoffs right now. No, the Panthers didn't stink. And on top of that, they dominated a division rival. On top of that, they dominated the division rival that I hate most, in the Atlanta Falcons. Spivey to go says, looked like an ankle or knee. I think he's talking about, I don't know. And Trimble looked like he hurt himself. I don't know who he's talking about with, Roseboom, maybe. You had Jatavian Sanders, the hurdler.
Mm-hmm.
Another hurdle right here. It looked like to me he bent that toe back real bad, so I'm looking ankle and toe for that. That's not who Spivey was talking about. Trimble I got worried because he got stood up and bent back a little on a hip, and that he's coming off a back surgery. The number's 252-228-5098. Guys, don't forget, I'm going to drop the link again in the chat right now. Tuesday night, we're doing the giveaway for the swag bag, the September swag bag. And what's here, I'm going to hold up just the most important part of it, is part of the package. You get a t-shirt, you get a fan cave sign, but a historic piece of Panther memorabilia. This is salvaged from Bank of America Stadium after the most recent renovations right here. You get this nice metal and logo that we're going to give away on Tuesday night. I dropped the link. Go through all the more ways that you enter, the more picks you get. And well, you know what? I think I'm going to have to make a pick on Underdog in a second for tonight's game, and a monster game for Monday night. the Lions at the Ravens. Football is fantastic. The Bears are beating the Cowboys right now. CK, you peek at the other scores while we take this call and give us an update about what's going on throughout the league. Let's go.
Podcast brothers, how y'all doing? It's G Cavassier. Woo! Did you see that fucking game? That's the damn Panthers I've been wanting to see. Man, the boys played good. And then we beat Atlanta, and y'all know how I cannot stand Atlanta. I cannot stand that. That's the number one team in the NFL. I hate it since I was a fucking kid, man. And they ain't scored not 1 point. 2 interceptions. 1 for
6.
Pick
Cal Smith-Wade, player of the game.
Man. And, hey, the offensive line played fucking good. We gave up that 1 sack or whatever. But the way the media was hyping up Atlanta, they got 6 sacks. They sacked us 1 time. But besides that, that damn offensive line played brilliant. And I don't know about you guys, but our run defense today was on fucking point, man. That dude we picked up from the Raiders, Morig, whatever, man, that motherfucker can tackle, man. He's a big hitter. So and shout out to the offensive line and the special teams. That kicker we got, Fitzgerald, I like that damn dude, man. Everybody played a damn good game. And you notice that Leggett wasn't out there. And David Moore was out there, and Cade Mays needs to be the fucking center. And the right guard is that dude from North Carolina State. He played his ass off, too. The offensive line played their asses off today. They was blocking so good. Give me your thoughts on that, y'all. We 1-2. We 1-2. Keep pounding, y'all.
Broadway Joe, let's go ahead and we'll pair this call to Broadway Joe's comment is XL not out there. He said, why are we talking about XL? His replacement had 1 catch for 5 yards. I don't know if Moore was his replacement.
Bryson Tremaine was technically his replacement.
Not that they did anything fantastic. I think Broadway Joe, if I'm wrong, I apologize. I'm pretty sure he has been one of those fans watching the show that has been like, hey, chill out with the overcriticalness of XL. We had the Steve Smith issue this week where he called fans out. He was, in many ways, I think, talking about how hard they were on XL in some way, and like the sky is falling. But I saw a comment earlier. Slim Pickens like this. He's a C3 super fan. For $1.99 a month, you can be a C3 super fan. It's a small way to keep continuing for us to just keep the lights on. And I know it seems like I'm not begging. In a little bit, I guess I am, is that it does cost actual money to host a podcast. So we appreciate all the support. We like that. I think give a lot of many hands make for light work. We thank all the contributions. We thank you most for your time, your energy, and support. Smash the thumbs up. But he said, Slim Pickens says when XL comes back, don't force it. And I like this idea is that like XL is kind of in a funk. We don't know if it's a play alone, if it's like it's a majority of there's different factors. There's been moments where Bryce hasn't made good throws. He's been put in difficult positions. There's been plays where he's just failed to make the play, right? And I like the idea of maybe coming in and him being able to feel like part of the offense and not maybe there could be less pressure on him. And then maybe you can wipe that funk off, kind of get that stink. So I like that a lot. CK, what's going on throughout the league? I think the Bucks pulled off the win, didn't they?
They did. They pulled off the win. But I tell you what, Sam Darnold is molly-whopping the New Orleans Saints. It's not even it's barely out of the first quarter. We're 11 minutes left in the second quarter. They're beating the Saints 28-3. Sam Darnold has 3 touchdown passes, if I'm not mistaken. Dude, he's balling out there. Outside of that, we have Chicago putting a little bit of a bad situation. Looks like CeeDee Lamb might be out because of an ankle injury. But the Chicago Bears are up 14-3 on them. San Francisco and Arizona are all zeros. Nobody's got to win or nobody's got to score on that one. Nick Bosa looks like he just went out of the game as well. And Denver and Los Angeles Chargers, nothing really incredible about that. It looks like 3-0 Chargers ahead of Denver. So nothing special there. But across the league, dude, it's a lot of there were a lot of really tight games, but there were a lot of blowouts. The Panthers, obviously, Minnesota with Carson Wentz at the helm, destroyed Cincinnati 48-10. You had Tennessee lose to Indianapolis 41-20.
Boy,
and then
Daniel Jones resurgence.
Dude, it's wild. And then Las Vegas and Washington 41-24 with Marcus Mariota leading the charge there. This is a season of backups, right? Or throwaways, right? When you look at it, Bryce Young was a throwaway. I'm not saying we're anything special right now, but this is the week of that. You have a Flacco beating the Green Bay Packers. You have Carson Wentz beating Cincinnati. You have Aaron Rodgers again, somewhat throw him a throwaway beating New England Patriots. And I guess you could even put Baker Mayfield in that category with them beating the Jets. But man, it's wild, man, seeing this Sunday kind of turn out the way that it is.
Troy Steele, thank you. I believe, let's see, maybe it's also a C3 super fan. We appreciate that. Look, a lot of C3 super fans, you guys show up. I appreciate it. Don't give a shit or poop about any taking points, maybe talking points. The Carolina Panthers won and did it on both sides of the ball. Most complete game I've seen in years. Happy for all the Panthers fans. Yes, we are. On top of that is we can nitpick, and we're not even actually. I think I know we're not, but inevitably the point of the show and in the comments is to talk about all aspects of the game, good and bad. Somebody put this earlier is hey, okay, just give me a win. It could be ugly. It could be this. What's great about this, again, division rival, right? And it wasn't an ugly win today. I will take an ugly win. I will take us pulling one out at the end with a missed field goal against them, and we win by 3. I'm fine with that. I'm taking anything I can get. It is heartening right now at home for the home opener for the Carolina Panthers to really put together a lot. And it's not just one person. It was not just Bryce being somebody put, is Bryce a game manager? Today, really all he had to do was manage the game. And on top of that, I think if anything, he was more than that, and that there were the issues clearly where the failures were on some of the those points left out there were not by Bryce making poor decisions, doing anything like that. I think the Panthers, I don't think you're down on the offense. I think you're hey, if there's a game that you have these drops, this is the one to have it. The Panthers did everything 30-0 defense, special teams. Yes. Was it perfect? Or no, it was not perfect, but this was perfect for us at this moment. And it was, I will take that nitty gritty scrap claw win. I will take that. I like ugly football. I don't care. I don't need, so many times teams are especially for good teams, it's you didn't win well enough. I don't care about that, but it really was nice that the Carolina Panthers didn't, it wasn't an ugly victory. It was really a dominant performance. It were a very good performance. Now you can talk about them really some failures on their team, missed field goals, a second-year quarterback struggling. And the Panthers didn't do everything perfectly, but they really did play a good game. And off of last week, with one thing that I did hear that Steve Smith, as he's, I listened to his podcast, watched his YouTube show, and in, just kind of the wake of that interaction that he had that's really rubbed some Panther fans the wrong way. He said this, is that they fought. They had some fight at the end of that Cardinals game. And today the Panthers came out and it really looked like they believed in themselves. And I really think if there's one person you want to see that really just kind of ignites this engine, and it's kind of the unsung hero, but I know hardcore Panther fans know it. Derek Brown, man, this guy is a force. And I feel like he sets the tone for that defense early in that game that then allows that secondary and those guys to build and gain confidence. Yeah. Because when Derek Brown puts his hand in the ground, you're like, oh my, that is a man of men. And I think people feed off of it. I feed off of that energy.
Yeah, we were in the C3 chat, the free for all chat, and having a conversation. Like it was, there were 2 drives that were stalled for us because of holding penalties that were, by the way, the most like the least egregious holds I've ever seen in my life. To where 99% of the time people are getting away with those holds. Right. I think the Cade Mays one wasn't even a hold. I think that was just a bad call. Both of those. With some other things stalled those drives.
Damian Lewis one. I think there was one where the defensive they were holding each other. Even the guy on the broadcast, they were holding each other. They shouldn't have called that one.
Yeah, they should. There was 2 or 3 that shouldn't have been called. Every single play, it felt like they were holding Derek Brown in this defensive line, which is frustrating. But at the same time, it's like, okay, so we just beat them, not getting these calls that were meant to go, that should have gone our way, and they were the most egregious ones. Like they're so bad.
What about
that
the Taylor Moton false start? I didn't see him move.
I didn't either.
Did I miss it?
I think it was somebody else. I think he was a scapegoat. I think it was somebody in the backfield, one of the running backs. If I had to be honest with you,
right? There was so much movement on that play from the defense to them pointing. Yeah. Like I almost felt like they just were pointing to the point where they got the call. I thought Moton looked frustrated too. He was like, "Dude, I was just standing there. I didn't even move my head."
Yeah, and Moton was definitely not the one to be called for that false start. And additionally, the Derek Brown, going back to this, that one tackle on Bijan Robinson early, where he just slammed him in the ground. That was like you said, it was a tone setter. It was it gets the energy going, and I think this entire defense fed off of that. By the way, go back and look at games 1 and 2. Our issues have never been our secondary either. I want to make that clear. A lot of people are going to be talking about.
Well, they had that one big, Trey McBride ate them up, and it looked like schematically they just weren't ready in that spot.
Right. But my point with this is that our cornerbacks are legit right now. Our weakest link right now, I think, is our linebacking situation. But our cornerback situation is not a problem. Charles Smith-Wade playing lights out. You have J.C. Horn. They
what anticipation on that play.
They won't even test J.C. Horn, right? They threw two balls his direction, I think, today that wasn't in zone, right? Then you have Mike Jacks, right? There were a couple of things that you could always point to any of these cornerbacks and say, oh, they let this up, they let this happen. But I tell you what, these guys were showing out. There should have been 3 interceptions today. J.C. Horn, all 3 of our starting cornerbacks should have had interceptions. J.C. Horn just dropped that one.
Well, but that should have been an interference goal on him too, though. To be fair on that, the tone said I go where I work out at. I work out at this very small family gym. Like my best friend is a trainer. But we have a real family environment, and where we work out together, where we try to meet. If we know somebody's coming at 10 and I can be there at 10:30, we wait to work out together. And we feed off of each other's energy so much. You know what I'm saying? We like saying the dogs, this is the dog. And that Derek Brown, he's such a player. Not only is he so talented and such a man of men, I think you need guys like that to remind players on this team that they're in the NFL and they are all dogs. They got to remember that. They got to have that confidence, and that set the tone right there. Thank you for tuning into today's post-game show. You guys are great. The comments are firing away. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. The number is 252-228-5098. Let's keep flying through these calls. There's a lot. People are excited.
CK, Tony Dunn, Cody Lack, General Greg, the Stat Daddy, the C3 Legion. What up, y'all? Y'all know who it is. It ain't nobody but the Hope Dealer, baby. Got that dub 30-0 over them Falcons. Let's go. Let's go. Man, look, I am so excited. I know I left the call last week. I said, I asked a question. I said, when was the last time we dominated a team? Well, that is today, baby. We dominated those Falcons. How about that defense? Anytime we punch Atlanta in the mouth, it's a great day. Man, great clock management. The defense was on fire. Shaw Smith Wade, 5th round pick. Dude is looking like a monster out there. You know, Nick Scorton had some good snaps, man. It was great to see it. Shaw Smith Wade is an absolute dog. And we did this, y'all, without even having our full starters on the offense. As far as offensive line, man, like, well done against the backup lineman against that Atlanta pass rush, man. They were talking about how much they've improved, but, you know, Bryce Young, he proved himself to be a good game manager. So I'm excited to say, y'all know, Legion, that I've talked about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Before you go to that, 35-3, or 35-3. The Saints are losing to the Seahawks right now.
Oh, perfect. Here, let me see if I can fast forward a little through this. Come on, where are you? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think it was about over.
CK, offensive line, man. Like, well done against the backup lineman against that Atlanta pass rush, man. They were talking about how much they've improved, but, you know, Bryce Young, he proved himself to be a good game manager. So I'm excited to say, y'all know, Legion, that I've talked about my wife and my kids, you know, asking me, like, why you keep doing this to yourself? Y'all, I got my wife here with me. Say something, honey. Say, woo! Woo!
Yeah.
We got that dub, baby. Let's go. Everybody out there, keep pounding.
My man.
It's the Hope Dealer. I'm out.
Dealer. Thank you so much. Everybody getting in on the action today. You had DJ Johnson get a tackle today. Thornton tackle. Martin Scott, no, he didn't have any tackles. You had Damani Richardson with a couple of tackles. Latham Ransom getting his business in. Man, Trevin Wallace doing some work out there. Chow Smith Wade with the big play. Man, everybody wants to get on the action. So why don't we just go ahead and get my man on that?
Let's go!
Yeah, you're not even as fine as I thought.
Yeah, but you know I got a little bit of that red face going on. It wouldn't be
it's not that bad.
W without it. Boys, let's fucking go. The Panthers needed that so bad, man. What an incredible performance by this defense. They looked vicious out there, boys.
Who's been saying
vicious? You said it, man, and they were looking even better in person. Dude, Teteroa McMillan is a #1 wide receiver. The dude will jump up and get any ball thrown his direction. A shutout. When is the last time the Panthers pitched a shutout, boys? Because I don't know, bro. That was absolutely incredible.
We got the stats for you on that, Cody. The last time was 2020 against the Detroit Lions. We beat them 20-0. Now, to feed your love of parallels here, the last time we beat a team by 30 points was in 2015 against the Atlanta Falcons when we dominated them 38-0. And so there's some parallels being connected back to that 2015 team, additionally to what we already had connected with regard to the things that had happened before the season took place. So it's quite interesting to see this game go the way that it did. Makes you a lot more optimistic about the future, what this team's going to be as we move forward.
Bro, it really is, man. We're trending in the right direction. You know,
you got to go to every game, by the way.
Yeah, I might have to, bro. Listen, week 1, we didn't start off right. Week 2, we made this valiant comeback against the Cardinals. But after today, man, and I feel like, you know, we also left a couple points on the field too. So there's room for improvement. There is so much room for improvement. Dude, Panther Nation needed this so bad, boys. So bad. There was no way I was not about to be on this show after a W.
I had a feeling. I said, what a day for him to miss. After getting to go to that game and everything, I was like, there's no shot he's not going to make an appearance at the very least. I figured worst comes to worst, you were going to make a cat call, but glad to hear you.
Brother. I know. Nice. Pleasant surprise. And look, you're already here. Make sure that after you do this one, you go back to Vegas Panthers Drew, because I haven't gotten that one yet.
Okay, it says Flame for Jesus for the $5. Says be happy, but don't expect that every week. We have a very inconsistent team and very inconsistent quarterback, which is what I call the offense. Brother, we're trending in the right direction. Like I said, there was a couple missed throws to Hunter Renfrow in the first half.
Yeah, one.
Yeah.
Behind him, at least.
Yeah, the one to Truba Hubbard could have been a touchdown, but it was just a little bit too low. It ended up being
I
incomplete.
think it might have gotten deflected a hair. I think a pinky got on it from Tet, who thought it was coming to him. And it might have actually been going in. We don't even really know. But yeah, I mean, look, did anybody think the Panthers, though? Look, did anybody, one of us, think that we're a perfect team? No. So I mean, like, is that these imperfections, we all know they're going to exist, but we finally got this, is the Panthers finally played another team instead of playing themselves today.
Yeah. And then Vegas Panther Juice says somehow Bryce looks better in losses than in wins. Look, man, I'm not going to sit here and harp on Bryce all day.
I think he was good.
He was not, to me, he wasn't the best part of the offense. It was the offensive line. I felt was pretty decent today. But overall, it was a team victory. It was a team victory. The special teams were lights out. They could not do anything. And how about Michael Penix Jr. picking today to look absolutely trash, bro? He looks bad. They put Kirk Cousins in at the end of the game. And to watch all the Falcons fans streaming out of the stadium, chef kiss, bro. Chef's kiss.
My favorite is kids. I love hanging out with kids, and when they trash talk sports. We'll give you this old drop.
Fuck you, Saint. Keep pouting.
So you got that. I love when a kid talks. My little nephew, Archer, he goes, "The Falcons are trash." I said it again, bro. Say it again. The number's 252-228-5098. Flame for Jesus, we're coming back. You've got another. Actually, let's just go ahead and did we do both of them for Flame for Jesus? Yeah, the Evero's defense was dominant day. They gave us most points. Most of those points were short fields, and then we also had the be happy, be consistent. Even though, right, we already got that. The number's 252-228-5098. Let's take the next call.
Hey, you know who the fuck it is. Booyaka. What's Gucci with my boys? What's Gucci with your CK? What's Gucci with your fucking Cody Lack? And what's Gucci with my white Italian brother?
That's right.
Let's hop up into this jig. Let's motherfucking go, y'all.
Yes.
I got some flowers I need to hand out.
He's in the bathroom. His girlfriend.
Ibero. You get your fucking roses today.
Yes.
We didn't just beat the fucking Atlanta Falcons. We put our fucking foot on their fucking throats, and we put them 6 feet underneath the fucking ground, and we put them in a fucking coffin. Ibero, that's what I want to see. What a hell of a fucking game. Dave Canales, what a hell of a fucking game. Bryce Young managed the game well. All the fucking rookies that played today played out fucking standing.
You did. We got some rooks.
You want to know what's crazy?
We got some rooks.
Fans, Anthony Piccirillo, Anthony, said that we was going to get our asses kicked today and we had no chance to win this goddamn game. 30-0 for the Carolina Panthers. Looks like we put belt to ass, kicking ass, and taking fucking names, Ant-Man. You and a lot of particular others built a fucking hill, shitting on Dave Canales, shitting on Dan Morgan, shitting on fucking Bryce Young, King fucking Bryce, the motherfucking truth. For what? Waving the white flag after one season. Shout out to the fucking Carolina fucking Panthers, man. I fucking hate the Falcons, bro. I hate this shit. And I want to get some ice ups. Tony, you my white Italian brother, but ice up to you, T. You muted my fucking call last week because I was giving positivity and I was praising the team because I saw improvement side and the defensive side of the ball. Now look at you. We played out fucking standing today. I said, it's the fucking games because this home opener was empty. I have a lot to fucking say. Shout out to the fucking panel. Shout out to
He's
King
calling
Bryce,
back.
Dave Canales, Dan Morgan. Shout out to fucking David Tepper. Back.
Look, I love this. I love when I know that G Baby and the house and the family around because he's got to like try to keep it under control.
He's got that. He gets real breathy.
it's like I'm talking my shit, but I'm calling back. Cody, like he is calling back, and we taking his second call because it's that type of day where we're celebrating everybody. My boy G Baby.
Baby. Hey,
Best intros of all
I
time.
need to talk about Ibero in this motherfucking defense, man. And the game ball goes to the fucking rookie kicker. Shout out to you, G. We finally have a motherfucking kicker in Carolina.
Yes. Man.
Look at how the offense flourishes when fucking extra lotion ain't on the goddamn field, creating negative plays. Oh yeah, we just beat the fuck out of the Falcons. Fuck them dirty birds. Fuck all their fucking fans and the organization. Fuck them all, man. Oh my God, this defense played like
There was a lot of sad Falcons fans today.
Creating all that goddamn pressure. Shout out to the interceptions, finally being able to take the ball away. Shout out to fucking Chuba for running hard today. And I've been shitting on Mike Jackson the entire offseason ever since he. Shout out to you, Mike Jackson. Hey, Josh Smith-Wade, you needed that interception. Shout out to you too, dog. It's all about putting good vibes in the universe, man, instead of shitting on the team and the organization, man. I was in the chat today. Nothing but good vibes, putting positivity in the air, and look what happened. 30-0. It's all about what you put into the universe that comes back in full form, G.
I hope everybody gets laid tonight.
So happy we beat these guys today, man. There were a couple of other fucking key points I wanted to talk about today. J.C. Horn is a lockdown corner. I've seen enough. I'm eating my crow heavy. Last year, I ate it last year. I'm eating it heavy this year, and I'm okay to eat crow on J.C. Horn. He's shutting shit down. Shut Drake London down. Shut Darnell Mooney down when he was on that side of the field. Stacey's actually came up and hit motherfuckers in the mouth today. Shut Bijan Robinson down. No one in the NFL does that. But the Carolina fucking Panthers, man. The Carolina Panthers run defense back-to-back games has been outstanding. Dave Canales' play calling today was outstanding. I don't know who the fuck it is. It's G-Baby. I'm fucking hyped. We needed this, y'all. On to the fucking next week. This is far from fucking over. Goddamn right in the middle of the fucking NFC South. Fucking division. Fucking goddamn game.
My kids are in right. My mama's on the other side of this door. It's his girlfriend.
And Nathan Ransom is a fucking dog and he should be the starter. But y'all know who the fuck it is.
G baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Look, I think this is like I feel like even for people like even G baby or Crow people when it comes to JC Horn, it never was the caliber of player. It was just the risk. Like at what point did the injuries, is like, are they injury prone? And we've continued. We said this over and over. And look, it's not a defensive thing. I'm not trying to defend my position in the past. Is like these were. I don't like just freakish injuries. They were always like one wild, minor, different injury. And it wasn't like the same ACL over and over, like these debilitating forever injuries. They're just unfortunate with a player that was playing so well. So look, is that when he's there, when he was hurt before, like when he was available, he was good. He was great, So look, JC Horn is the talent. He is the talent that we wanted. He did get away with that interference at the top of the route. I'm sorry, that pick, he blasted that dude 10 yards.
Oh, I wanted to ask y'all this. Did y'all think Mike Jackson was taking that to the house? Because I thought so short on that.
He was. He picked the wrong way. He went left when he should have went right. He didn't trust that block. He didn't think the guy was going to make it. And it was, I told CK earlier, in the show that it was like when you go down a hallway and you're like both try, one person's got to go left, one person's got to go right, or right, and you always, and you do that left, we both go left and we both go right. Is like he just, man, if he would have just gone to the sideline, he would have been to the house. And then, though, he was gassed as fuck, right? That was the other thing. He was tired. I mean, he was huffing and puffing. He was doing a celebration. He was tired. And I just continue to think about my favorite interception of all time when Julius Peppers in this is probably 03 in Denver picks it off in the end zone and runs 99 yards at Mile High. He gets tripped up at the 1. So he had 101-yard interception return that wasn't for a touchdown, which is insane, right? If you think of that number. And I just thought, man, that's how much of a freak Julius Peppers was. Is that, I mean, he was huffing and puffing, but Mike Jackson, he was gassed.
Yeah, he was huffing and puffing. But do y'all think that some questions were answered today? So how about this? Has Cade Mays cemented himself as the full-time center for the Panthers? Because I think so. This offensive line was markedly better, and I think that you have to put that on Cade Mays playing center. Like, they have to have the biggest connection with the quarterback. And to me, Bryce and Cade, they have played their best games together.
I think to that point, I agree with that part. I don't, however, agree that Zavala should have any part on this. He was directly responsible for quite a few big plays that didn't go the way that we needed them to. One of the most recognizable ones is one that Tony talked about, and that is where Rico Dowdle basically had nothing but green grass in front of him, and he just, Zavala gets just destroyed and pushed right back into the lap of the running back, trips Rico Dowdle up on a huge third down where we were like 3rd down and 12. We run the ball. He would have very likely made it a first down. And he finds himself in a situation where he's tripped up by his own player because he's just getting pushed back like he's nothing. Zavala is still a big concern, in my opinion. But outside of that, I think you're right. The fact that the offensive line only had 1 sack for the entire day is pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Let me do this is because he's a legend. He is a legend. Let me see. Where is I got this. Shut the hell up! And he takes care of so much of everything for the Panther community, for the C3 community. Hopefully, you see, I'm trying to guess at what's the damn area code? I'm trying to fast pass you, homie. Where would be? I'm gonna guess. Let's see if this is 423. Let's see if this is Tennessee area code.
Hey guys, real quick, I wanted to say, to clarify a little bit, what I posted in what we're kind of chatting about in the chat isn't about you guys not discussing those drops. We know y'all get to it. We were kind of just, I guess me and Spivey were just kind of ragging a little bit of the XL haters, but what we fans need to do is just put away the hate for today, enjoy the win, be happy about this glorious 3-0 beatdown we put on them. Overconfident, overhyped, wannabe thought they were good Falcons, and enjoy this win. Put away the XL hate. Put away the Bryce Young hate. Put away the Vero Sucks hate. Put all that hate away for today. You can pick it up tomorrow, okay? Just put it away for today. Just enjoy this. Be happy about it. Be joyful about it. Enjoy it. And put all that bullshit hate away, because it ain't today for it. Keep pounding, y'all. Keep pounding. And Cody, I want to hear from you today, brother. Keep pounding.
Thank you, Panther Pickle, a legend in his own right. Does
yes,
so much
sir. Shout out Pickle.
Legion. Here's another guy that does a ton for the Legion. C3 Anthony.
Yo, what's up, C3? Anthony from Charlotte. Hope your boys are having a good Sunday, man. Sweet Carolina, baby. First dub of the season, 30-0. What an ass kicking played as a team, man. That's what matters, and that's all I care about. I'm pretty busy with people right now, so I'm going to be quick, but
Yep, that was it.
I'll talk to y'all soon.
Appreciate it.
Motherfucking pounding.
Another short call ahead.
Keep
Lucas,
pounding, bro.
let's go.
What's up, y'all? It's Lucas from Far City. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Days like today are what makes me proud to be a Panthers fan.
Let's go.
Keep pounding. Go Panthers. Only one thing. Mike Jackson, you're going the wrong way.
We're going the wrong way. All right, here we got a good. Here's a good call for you. They took the full time limit.
C3, what's good? It's JD, man. Hey, I just want to share my 2 cents with what I saw listening to the podcast. And CK, he hit nail dead on the head with McMillan drops. They're going to be overlooked because we won the game, but those are things that I feel like McMillan can clean up, right? The screenplay, he probably saw the field and lapsed some judgment. He seen the field knowing that he's going to be able to book it. Didn't look to pass in. The third down drop, that would have been a tough catch, but that's one we expect him to make, right? He's a budding superstar. That's a catch. Those are the routine catches. Those are catches we expect you to make, tough or not. Overall, the team and how they look, the stat sheet ain't gonna necessarily show it because it was complimentary football. Special teams, offense, defense. Fitzgerald, man, the kicker. I forget who said it, but the number of times they got pinned on the 10, 15-yard line because he's putting the ball to where the returner has to actually, hey, you got to feel this, or you see the guy muffing it, and he's just, every time we score, every time we send him out there, he's repeating it. The 50-plus yard field goal, man. Like, we got us a solid kicker. Offensively, we left points on the field. That's true. We left points out there on the field. Again, the McMillan drop on that screen, that's a drive continue. Like, if he doesn't take that to the house, that's picking up.
Saquon Barkley had that same drop today, though.
Still got things to clean up. But the thing I think I'm most excited about with what I saw from this team is the way the defense played, that aggression, the hits by Morrig, right? Well-timed blitz earlier in that game. I think that we didn't have any sacks, but Everett called the blitz and Morrig boomed Penix. I think that
the one where he was going out of bounds. We were worried about a flag, but he
Morrig in
fucking laid the wood.
And he did it throughout the entire game, man. I love the energy that the defense had today, and it's always been there. Week 1, we shot ourselves in the foot. Week 2, shot ourselves in the foot in the first half, made it harder for us to win that game, but you saw that team come together in the second half against the Cardinals. Week 3 was simply an amalgamation, a combination of, hey, we didn't make any mistakes, and now you see a complimentary team. Still got a long season ahead of us. We got to take it one game at a time, but that team that we saw today, they can compete with any team in the league. Come on, man.
We made one critical mistake that was a turnover mistake. See, this is what's buried the Panthers has been the turnovers, right? It's been the multiple interceptions early in a game too. An interception, like a turnover doesn't kill you all the time. But it can kill you. And so if you go back, I think it was the Cardinals game. Not only we're in a hole from the beginning, it was that fumble going into at the end of the second quarter that led to points that really just felt like it buried the Panthers. The Panthers did not. They put the ball on the ground one time today, and it was with the Trevor Etienne muff punt, and they got away with it. We finally got away with one where it didn't turn into points, right? So this is we did leave points out there, and I think Bryce did everything right today.
I agree.
I think that this ball downfield is like any mistake, CK, it felt like weren't just because of his decisions or poor throws. Like one throw behind a guy, maybe. That's about it.
Yeah. The thing that I didn't like, and I touched base on it with the play calling, was I liked the fact that we came out trusting the pass game, and it worked. The second drive, we trusted the pass game, and it worked. Then we decided to rely on the run, and I'm fine with that. I know we have a lead, but I personally have a belief when it comes to the run game is that you run successfully, it opens up the deep game, and that didn't happen today. Like they didn't. It was after those first two drives. I don't think I saw Bryce attempt to play beyond 10 yards down the field because we were either just running screens or running the ball every single time. And even when we did,
it could be clock management, CK. You know, what I mean?
It was. And to be fair,
down.
Like there was that part of it. But I'll tell you this: outside of one throw, I could tell you with a great deal of certainty, Bryce did nothing wrong today. Now he wasn't.
The only throw I can remember was the one that was behind Hunter Renfrow. Even though, what was the drop touchdown? There was one.
I mean, I'm not going to nitpick. I do think that this is one of Bryce's best games, just not doing too much. I counted 3 passes.
Way better than the Cardinals game.
I counted for sure. I counted 3 passes. I think he would have liked to have had back. But overall, he took care of the football. And, you know, they say that short guys normally don't target the middle of the field very well. But to me, that's Bryce's bread and butter. Whenever he's targeting the middle of the field and when he's able to roll out on some of those bootlegs, cut off half of the football field, he looked good. And our receivers, for the most part, they did what they had to do today, man. Jatavion Sanders with the hurdle. Dude,
I know,
the crowd,
hurdling Sanders is always hurting. But he got hurt. He's hurt hurdling.
He gets hurt every time. It's not on the game.
Foot.
It wasn't on the same play though.
Yeah, it wasn't the same play.
Yeah, we got to give Flame for Jesus. He is he's our angel investor. Flame for Jesus. Thank you so much for your time, your attention, and being part of the community, and also for this $10 donation. How generous is that? This game was dominated by the defense and Evero's scheme. I'm out of here. It wasn't complimentary. It was dominated by the defense. I think you took it down as I was trying to finish reading it. But my man, Flame for Jesus.
Oh,
look,
my man.
It's okay. We got it. I got it. This today, a great day. This is what happens. You did family. I did God, family, football in that order. God, family, football in that order. And today it was wonderful. Now I don't pray for the Panthers. I also think praying for first I was a philosophy major in college, and there is an argument is that if prayer does change stuff, is praying for your sports team cheating? You know, is and not cheating, but is that if God's not picking, he's anyway. But at the end, I said all day I didn't, but I just
which fans teams prayed harder.
Right.
That determines who wins.
or if God's a Panthers fan, he's definitely not a Falcons fan. That's what I would hope. Anyway, but it was nice. I mean, even I did I just said pray for the Panthers players to be strong today. And here, this is my big. I want to give Bryce Young some flowers. I want to give him some compliments. I don't want this to just be a game manager continued conversation. I thought it was impressive today. I don't think he had to do a lot. I know the stat sheet's not going to crush you, but I'm going to tell you that Russian touchdown where he scrambles out and the little man that we were worried about is his ability to hold up physically in this NFL. This mug said, I need to win today. I need whatever it takes to get this done. And he was going to fight for that touchdown, period. If he gets hit, if he gets crushed, he did not just try to get a first down. He didn't try to get down to the goal line. He wanted whatever it took. He gave it so look, to me, that moment, I think that tells us so much about I don't like character. That's not the right word, because character talks about your quality as a human being. But the fight, if anybody, he's not. I felt like he's I will not be defeated. Even if I get defeated in the end, I will not be defeated. And he fucking gave it. He put everything, like he was like, man, what, like we're going to get this win today, or at least I'm going to give you everything to get that win. That's when I was like, that's the Bryce. That's not the Bryce, but those are the things. And you know what? In that, those plays from the Derek Brown starting the momentum, guys feeding off of it, Bryce doing that, is that we may, and we're not putting the cart before the horse and just all of a sudden saying but like this is the stuff that needs to happen to catch momentum, one, and reestablish belief. That's what these guys have to like that's what we need to go up to excel. We need to go up to these guys, not we, but it's like, that's what Derek Brown does. It's like, we're dogs. Remember, we're in the NFL. We are the best of the best. Stop. And I know, like, it's like you've been, the trials of the world and life continue to mount up. But like I don't know. I thought that was big for us today. Let's go to the next goal.
What's up, T3? Oh, what a man. Bryce played great. You know, he didn't do anything that was above, but he got that TP. I hated to see J go down. It was
it's clicky.
Going to be a hurt.
It's a clicky call. It's short window. So
see
we'll
how the rest of the season goes, man. Finally a good win, a goose egg, followed by a third burger. Man, we're eating good tonight, fellas. All right, take care.
We're eating that, man. Do you guys know? Do you know how terrible it is to go? Who were you with at the game today, and were they a Falcons fan?
Yes, I was with a Falcons fan and his father. I've known them both since I was in elementary school, and they were talking a lot of trash on the way there. And I was like, "Hey, we'll see."
Like, walk into the game. These Falcon fans are everywhere. They're doing the dirty bird. I hate.
And there was a lot of Falcons fans in Charlotte. There were, but dude, I'm proud of the Panther fans in that stadium today too. They were loud on third down. Bro, I think Steve Smith might have lit a fire under some of these fans, man.
Well, I tell you, this is my favorite moment because I wasn't at the game, and I hate the Falcons so much. And there's like a long history of why. And if you follow the podcast, you know a lot about like this is the team in the division. You know, I was talking to my son yesterday, and he's a big college football fan, and he's like, he says that college is a better product because he's like, he likes the one is that because not every, and he was really rational in talking about this, is because not everybody is phenomenal. Like it makes it exciting because there's big plays, there's higher scores, there's busted cover. Like it's, you know, it's not a perfect product, which makes for a more exciting kind of like, you know, people miss free throws essentially, you know, in a sense. And he talks about the rivalry, and he is right, like that rivalry component and the loyalty to the team and the rivalry. And you don't have as much as like you have rivalries in the NFL, but they're not as deep seated as like a college rivalry. And I was like, well, yeah, for us, it's the Falcons. It's like, for me, it's this. So this is my rivalry. And I hate going, I've been to so many Falcons games over the last 25 years of being a fan for myself, and a lot of losses. I hate walking to the stadium and they're dirty birding while I'm walking up, you know, like, I mean, and look, I like that. Like, I want them to do that because that makes it fun to me. I did take some pleasure and some satisfaction today because I wasn't there and I didn't get to see their faces, but they showed a couple, Cody, on the broadcast of like, they put a couple of Falcon fans up. And they put this one Falcon fan going up into the halftime. She was beautiful. She had this big fan, like this big, like one of those big, like,
yeah,
like this. And it was like a Falcons fan. She was a good looking woman, and she was blessed. She was blessed. And I was like, she's sad. I'm so happy. I'm so happy this girl's sad.
She was thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
I don't know. She's just good. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, I was like, This makes my day right here. This makes my day. Let's go to the next call.
Man.
Hey guys, it's the guy that makes somehow, aka Joey the Blind.
Joey.
Oh my God, that was amazing. It was special. Like from the moment that referee said "Good luck, gentlemen," I just had this feeling. I was like, wow, this might be something. Of course, it was 85 degrees. We ended up being right in the sun because we couldn't get our usual seats. And I got fried, man. You know who didn't get fried? The Panthers.
Nope.
You know who didn't get fried? The defense.
Nope.
You know who didn't get fried? Chuba Hubbard. You know who else got fried besides me? The fucking Falcons.
Yes.
27-0.
Great call, Joey.
We should have. My brother said that when he picked us up from the train station that we should have gotten a touchdown, gone for 2, and let the Falcons score a field goal so we could beat them 28-3. Guess what? The Seahawks are up on the Saints like 28-3, or they were when I was in the car. I think the Saints scored another field goal or something. But that doesn't matter because we have a game on the Falcons now. And all we had to do was run the ball. Bryce only had 121 passing yards. Like Bryce, he would chuck the ball to T-Mac. He would find Chuba. He would find Renfro. He would find some people. But guess whose name I didn't hear? XL. Because guess what Bryce didn't do? Throw to XL. Because he already knew XL means extra lotion. He was busy eating his coon sandwich. The $17 in honor of his number. Still too much, man. You should get $17 for eating one of those damn things. Because he's a bum. And I hate saying that because I really wanted to like him because he's such a country boy from South Carolina, and I really wanted to like him. But
yeah, we should talk about him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And Bryce, I don't even think Bryce is it. Bryce was able to just run the ball. And Dave Canales finally ran the ball. He finally quit being a hypocrite. But yeah, that was one hell of a game. We pitched a shutout. Falcons suck. Forever may they eat shit because they like the way we serve it. Anyway, guys.
Wow. Hey, man. So, look, let's talk about XL. I remember being there thinking, damn, I haven't heard the announcer say Legette's name one time. I don't ever remember seeing him targeted.
No, he didn't play today. He didn't play today. He got a hamstring injury. He got a hand. And look, is this coincidental, the hamstring injury, some stuff like this? Yeah, he tweaked the hamstring in practice a couple of days ago. And no, he was not active today.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I literally got up and just started moving. I know.
No, it's interesting. Isn't it crazy? Like the difference between watching a game in person and then being able to watch it like on TV.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
You miss so much of those components right there. Look, is Xavier Legette is that I think criticism of him has been fair, right? Like I think if you criticize or be disappointed with anybody, Bryce Young, you pick any player when they have not performed, is that it's like is to not like you can't bury your head in the sand. I do think today, and I hope, and I really do, because we want every one of these guys to be successful. We truly do, right? I mean, it's like we really want players to be successful. Like, I mean, if for anybody, it was like I'm rooting for Bryce as much as anybody because, like, I can't go through this. I can't go through, you know what I mean? Like, we need it to work. We want XL to work. I think that today, maybe what I hope is that for me, look, there's a lot of different things, and it has not just been XL. Like, he's left some plays out there. There's been some moments that he wasn't put in good positions. There were some bad, and like, it just, if you look at the stat sheet stuff, you're like, nah, drop, good defensive play, this and that. When XL comes back, if we have a little momentum positively, I think you can work him into it to where it's going to take some of the mental pressure off to where we're not going that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to remember he's a dog, or like not feel like that. Like, every moment is so critical to where you could play loose.
Yeah.
And I really hope that this is going to give him an opportunity to come back. In many ways, like what Bryce did last year when he came back from being benched, is like Bryce needs to remember, like, be who he is, get out of his head, play loose. And XL, we want him to come back and be positive. But if you need him to be the dominant player, it puts even more pressure. I think this is good. This is a good thing. And not because he's hurt and not because he's not part of it and not because this proves that he wasn't good. I'm really hoping that he can just be a great addition and kind of get back to what he was playing like last year and even more and get out of his head. You know, this is mental.
If this offense can start rolling, I'm hoping that it'll better paint a picture of what his defined role in this offense is. You know, I think that we obviously need more options than T-Mac and Hunter Renfrow. Although they've been great, we need more. You know, we need that more firepower that Bryce can go to. And also, can we just say the Panthers looked cold as ice in those black helmets, the blue jerseys, and the black pants.
This has been a reoccurring theme in the chat.
That is one of the finest fits that we have. And it makes me want the black helmets full time even more.
Go black helmet, blue jersey, black pants all day long. Just make that the standard uniform. And then occasionally, like on Monday night, do all black.
Well, and also you'll have throwback games where you'll be able to have the silver helmets. So it's not even like they're gone for good, you know? But look good, you feel good, you play good.
I know. They look good, they felt good, they played good. It's a good day. We got 3 more calls to go.
What's going on with everybody? This me, C-Dog 1983 TV. Whenever you come in here, can you please hit the like button? Please subscribe to the great content. The C3 podcast, the longest running Panthers podcast on YouTube. They go live every Tuesday night. They got the free for all every Friday night. They got the battle simulation on Saturday. Then on Sunday they got the game recap. But real quick, man, I'm so excited, man.
You're breaking up, see?
All phases of the game.
See, dog, you're struggling.
But man, I'm just happy. The first 2 weeks before today.
CK, his call was sort of struggling. So let me I want to sort of turn to you a little bit. What you know, who were some of the key contributing players to this win today? I think we need to give a big shout out to Charles Smith-Wade on that pick six, a thing of beauty.
Was it great?
Not even just that play, but he was really flying around making plays that whole game, and I feel like now
some great tackles
depending on him.
Yeah, I agree. I think
done all year.
Oh shit! But Adam used to tell me his call was so choppy it was hard to even hear anything he was saying.
It's my
hold up.
Let me close. This is I got too much going on. I'm juicing my internet like crazy. All right, you guys talk. It says, look, my Wi-Fi is slow. It's going to bounce back in a second. You guys continue to talk. As
you need that direct connection, bro. You need that.
I got all of it. I just everything. We're running like 9 million things. Anyway,
I feel you. No, we were talking about Charles Smith-Wade and how he definitely deserves some kudos for not only the pick six, but just his overall play in general. Looked really, really nice out there on the field. And that's that, taking young players and developing them and actually spending time into making sure that they turn into something. And it looks like that is really starting to pay off on Chow.
All right. All right. Look, I think my internet is back. Look, not back, but right, here we go. Let's see if we can get halfway through.
Eating off motherfucking Dirty Bird today, you know, however you like
Dirty
this
Bird.
shit. But yeah, hopefully we can carry this momentum into next week and the following week. You know, they're coming out, starting fast on offense and defense. That defense, ooh, my God, that defense is flying around today. And Everroad was doing some different things today, some things we haven't done all year. You know, like I said, man, today, man, he played a complete game, you know, to me, in my personal opinion, all the way around. It was a complete game and everything.
Yeah.
You know. But, man, whenever you come in here, can you please hit the like button? Can you please subscribe to the great content? The C3 podcast is the longest Panther podcast on YouTube. You know, let's just enjoy this W, man. You know, and just get ready for next week. You know, but man, everybody have a great week. See the 1983 TV out.
Keep pounding,
Keep
dog.
pounding.
Thank you.
Hey man,
All right,
you
let's do
notice the Saints
What's up,
they're
guys?
getting whooped on
Oh, we
right
can
now.
Yeah, we
go.
were talking about
because
it.
they stink. So I'm glad we're not like now we're fighting for the division.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go. We're not dead in the water. Let's go. First time call here.
Brian, first time caller.
Brian, thanks, man.
Listened to the show for a little while now. Just a little disappointed about the last few weeks and how the game started. And man, today's just like a complete revelation. Just team played just about as good a game of football as you could ask. And you know, like the last few weeks, all you needed for this team to be competitive was for us to not turn the ball over in the first quarter. And the team didn't turn the ball over at all today. And actually got 3 turnovers in total today. That's exactly what you want from this football team. This team is much better than what we originally thought. Now, I'm not saying they're world beaters, but this team is not the worst team in the world. This team, it just needed to be able to find its footing. And it's hard to do that in the first 2 away games when right off the rip, you're down multiple possessions. Hopefully leading into the next game in New England, we can continue not turning the ball over, and this defense can stay on the opposing team's quarterback's ass like they did to Michael Penis Jr. today. So I think T-Mac looked pretty good. Just the offense in general, the offensive line looked great. What the biggest game from Bryce, but he didn't turn the ball over. He did what you needed him to do. Hopefully it's a little bit more productive game for the entire offense next week. Can't wait to see it, watch again. Hopefully it's a similar result today. Appreciate you guys and the podcast, and hope to keep listening to
man.
some more Panthers wins.
Appreciate you, brother.
You gotta be here. Keep calling in,
Peace
brother.
out. Keep pounding, baby.
Great first call right there. Great first call. Thank you, Brian.
C3 is only as strong as the fans who listen, bro. We
Yeah,
appreciate y'all.
There are a lot of people in the chat celebrating Rico Dowdle, and Rico Dowdle has missed some blocks at some moments. He's had some, I thought, and then we continue talking about how good the offensive line, like the run game. I thought this was like a quiet offensive performance overall. Like, and this is not criticism. Please, I know people are gonna be like, I don't think our run game was just dominant though. I think it was good.
Right.
I didn't feel like it was just like we were just running down their throat at will. I thought that the Panthers were in good situations. They converted plays when they needed to. They had, it's not like we just ran 200 yards on these mugs or something like that. It's like everybody did their job today, and it was like, and we shouldn't be, I'm not sad about that. I'm not like, oh,
right.
I'm disappointed. Like, yeah, we could have put up 50 maybe, but the run game was good. The offensive line was good. But I mean, I would say great. Like it was very good. I just don't think that this run game though was just like, oh, we can go out there and run the ball on any play.
There was no evidence
moment.
of that whatsoever. Yes.
Okay. All right. So thank God. But like, yes, Rico Dowdle. I liked a lot of the second efforts too by players.
Yeah.
That like right when it felt like a play was about to be kind of blown up or finished, is they got 3 more. And Chuba's that kind of mantra person of that. He's always done that. And that is where it looks like he just gets that just the effort. I think the team today put in that's what we should I'm going to celebrate today was the effort that they put in on every play. I don't feel like anybody took a play off. Like is that they might have made mistakes. Right. They might have but these guys didn't look defeated. I mean, not obviously they didn't look defeated. They won, but they looked like they were what we needed them to do.
Dude,
that is,
what a day!
Do everything necessary.
What a day for Giro Vero, huh?
Bro.
Someone who we have been really very hard on, and rightfully so, man. I mean, he has some very bad stats associated to his name, but dude, everything for this defense coalesced, came together in the most perfect way. Dude, Princely, Human Yellen, and Nick Scorton, they look like the future of the Carolina Panthers, man.
I like them big
Fast,
boys in the middle.
Vicious, aggressive. The big boys were stopping things up the middle.
And we don't even got Tershawn Wharton.
JC Horn flying around the field. Mike Jackson had an interception. Trayvon Morrig playing like a linebacker out there, laying the wood on some big-time plays. Dude, this defense looked prepared. It looked like they heard the message that this defense, a lot of these guys were brought in to fix a very porous defense. And today you finally got to see the results of all that work that the coaching staff has done and that the front office has done, bringing in guys to be able to really fix a lot of the holes on this defense. Man, we needed this so bad, boys.
So bad.
We needed it so bad, dude.
It feels like the Super Bowl. We got 2 more calls. Somebody just called in. We're rocking and rolling, folks.
Hey, what's good, C3? It's JD here, man. Hey, I had a chance to go check Twitter. And one thing I love about sports is if you ain't talking smack, right? Fan bases versus other fan bases, Panthers fans talking smack to Falcons fans talking smack to us. If there's no smack talk being done, the games ain't as enjoyable. Win, lose, or draw, talk your talk, right? Falcon fans ain't got no kind of grace for themselves, bro. I'm seeing tweets being deleted, motherfuckers deleting accounts. This is hilarious. I can take an L. I can take an L with grace. Life been handed out plenty of L's for me, so I don't learn how to take them motherfuckers with grace. But y'all Falcon fans, man. This shit is hilarious. Motherfuckers legitimately deleting tweets and shit. Good God, bro. I mean, I really can't blame them. If I had 30 drops on my team, it's hilarious, bro. Hey, and I'm with Pickle on it, man. Drop all the hate. We won today, man. Let's celebrate all the positivity. We won today, man. It's a lot to build off of. There's a lot that you want to see carry over into next week. Oh man, I'm dying, man. These Falcons fans are deleting, they blocking. I ain't even got that big of a following on Twitter. I don't even think anybody follow me on Twitter. That shit wild. And motherfuckers is blocking me.
I follow you, JD.
I'm keep talking about shit. Hey, y'all keep following him, man.
Princely Human Milan. Hashtag justice for Young Hoku.
Yeah.
Vicious.
I mean, their kicker missed twice today, man.
I know that how
He's
vicious
not wrong.
of a tweet that is. Thankfully we're on the ones that can send that tweet. All right, this is the final call for the postgame show.
Yeah, man.
Hey, C3, JD. Third time calling in. I'm going to try to make this my last one. But there's a lot of XL hate, and I got to defend my man. Did we not just watch Bryce overcome his his issues last year? Did we not watch Chuba develop into a very well-rounded running back? J.C. Horn, another Gamecock product, did he not have his issues to deal with? Can y'all motherfuckers not recognize or please just have a little bit of patience and understand that not everybody gonna hit the ground running? The man has struggled. Yes, I'm trying to understand. He's on our team. Why are you celebrating him struggling? Can we please make this stuff make sense for a moment? I'm all for being critical of any player. I once upon a time said Chuba didn't need to be drafted. Chuba has since made me look like a fool since that comment. I get that he hasn't performed. First round draft pick, right? I get that he hasn't performed. But let's not act like Bryce has been throwing him the most accurate passes. Let's not act like this man has been put in a position to succeed and all he's done is fail. Y'all motherfuckers act like this man has stole something or took something from you that you hold dearly to you. Can y'all please just have a little bit of patience? We've seen players that are currently on this roster helping this team be successful, develop. But he can't get no grace. Like, I'm with y'all. 100% XL needs to step up. When next he takes the field, he needs to produce. But it's excessive, man. Like, that's just me, man. Hey, y'all give me y'all thoughts on that. Keep out.
It's Princely Milan, our favorite follow on Twitter now. I think so.
It is the best.
Look, man, Panthers in sight. Look at this. Big shout out. Thank you, Mark Cherry on Facebook. We don't have always like our bread and butter is YouTube and X, but we love when people join on other platforms. I'm proud of our Panthers. They beat up on Atlanta on the first match of the season. Atlanta always comes in and beats up on Carolina. I always feel like this is that we beat them at their house and they beat us at ours.
Yeah. We defended our dirt today.
Yeah.
I love it.
We protected the bank. Sometimes the second time they meet in the season, but I still think they need to stay on Bryce Young. He had a great game today. There's a long season ahead. Keep pounding. Great job, Panthers. Yeah, I mean, like, we're not going to walk away from this thinking all of a sudden that the Panthers are favorites and this and that. But, you know, this was needed. I think it was not only needed for the fan base, guys. I think this team now, you get this, is it's now they can build on this. You know, they can develop some rhythm and some confidence right there. So it's really, it's a nice day. Cody, those are the calls. Let's kind of,
yeah,
you know what, actually I'll do this is I think it's time. I feel like I'm so happy. I might try to make some money tonight. I want to remind everybody, and can you pull up the disclaimer, Reed? Will you be ready for that?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to pull this up. Because the Panthers have been underdogs in every game. They were an underdog in this game, and they came out and dominated. But you know what? Underdogs can win. And if you want to win playing daily fantasy football sports, you can go to Underdog, the greatest place. You can take $1 and turn it into several hundreds or even thousands of dollars by selecting players using your football knowledge, picking multiple players and going more or less on their projected stats, and put some money in your pocket. Think about this. Imagine celebrating today and putting a couple of $100 bones in your pocket. You can do that on Underdog. Right now, you can go to Underdog and you can get Russell Wilson 247.5 passing and rushing yards combined there. Can he get like 200 yards, 210 passing, and maybe 30 on the ground? Do you go higher or lower tonight versus KC? Do you want this one? I think this is money in the Bizank. Derrick Henry, will he get a touchdown? If he gets a touchdown, you go higher, you're going to make positive money. If you go lower, you make even more money, and you are right. Malik Neighbors, 80.5 rushing receiving yards. There's an incredible game for you guys there's 2 fun games, but that Monday night game, Lions, Ravens, celebrate your week with Underdog. This is what you do. You download the app. You use the promo code C3. You can get a deposit bonus, baby, of upwards of $50. You go to Underdog, make sure you use that promo code, have some fun, watch football, make money, use your knowledge. Cody, they need to know where they can do this at.
Yes, sir. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_HTML for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NEW YORK or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. Thank you to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring the boys, and use code C3P. It helps out this podcast tremendously.
Also, there's going to be a Spaces tonight hosted by Panther Pickle. You guys make sure you follow Panther Pickle.
Yes,
make sure you follow
sir.
JD on X, and you hang out with us on Tuesday nights. We got a lot coming up, Cody. We still have some final housekeeping in our Dab on them, a.k.a. David Dotto Balls Out Award or Player of the Game, depending on what you want to call it. I know what I like to call it. Anyway, we've got Gabe McDonald on the show at the beginning of the show on Tuesday night, guys. Gabe McDonald, award-winning sports anchor reporter at CSL on QNC. You guys, Shreveport native here. He's going to be helping us look back. I mean, it's a nice time. We'll give him for 10 minutes at the beginning of the show. We guys previewing the Patriots game as well, making our picks and having fun. I think, Cody, now it's time to dab on them fools to David Dotto ball out on them Falcons. Who you got? What you doing? What you wanting to say?
Yeah, man, my dab on them is going to go, bro. I think I have to go Charles Smith-Wade.
Okay.
Charles Smith-Wade has been a guy who has flown under the radar for a while, but now he's really starting to come into his own. And, man, that pick 6 was a thing of beauty. He was great in coverage. It was absolutely awesome to watch his growth and development. And, yeah, I'm excited for him.
All right. CK, my dab on him, David Dotto Balls Out Award goes to the defense. Yeah. I have been the one person that said this defense wasn't the problem. Did not say they were locked down, shut down, or any of that. Wasn't trying to say that they were 85 Bears or anything, but holding teams in second half to 6 points or less, no touchdowns, this and that. They put their mark on this game. The defense won today. They won the game for us. What the offense did was just capitalizing on that. Started with that Derek Brown, big ass tackle to me. Momentum. Guys started remembering their dogs. And you've got people putting up tweets now. Do we owe Double E apology? I don't think we owe anybody apology. I think we're just thankful. My dab on them, David Dotto Balls Out Award, the Carolina Panthers defense that's allowed 0 points against my most hated Atlanta Falcons. Thank you guys for balling out.
My ball out. I think I think I've just got to give it to our kicker for sure.
Love it.
I mean, dude, I don't think he's missed a kick yet. He was 7 for 7, I think today is what they said. I think including
three field goals, 6 for 6.
Was that what it was?
3 field goals, 3 extra points.
And he was money, but I even go beyond that, man. I don't know if I've ever seen a game where we have had that many drives start at the 10 from a kickoff, not punts, kickoff. Like, that's crazy to me. I know some of that was a muff and all that, but I think that still has a lot to do with the way he kicks the ball in those kickoffs, because he's landing it in the landing zone before they can try to catch it in the air. And if you know anything about catching a ball after it's bounced, it is hard to catch a ball and predict where it's going to be.
It's an egg.
Yeah, it's an egg. You don't know. And so, like, it's he has been lights out. And in this special teams unit as a whole has done so much good for this team. I'm incredibly impressed by how they've handled such a crazy turnaround. We have a new place kicker. We have a new punter. There's only some consistency on there, that being JJ Jansen. But other than that, man, it's been a crazy turnaround, and these guys have shown up and balled out at this point in time. So I'm giving my game ball right now to, what is it, Nick Wright?
No,
Fitzgerald. That's right. Nick Wright was who we wanted to, who was in he was a part of that.
But we went to the young buck, which we've been begging for so long. If you even go back to the Harrison Butker curse, may have been broken or is broken, hopefully now. Oh, now it's towel of shame. Boom, boom, boom. Who gets the towel of shame? Is there a guy?
Before we start, did you read off the member and the don't know?
Well, first, how about this? C3 Doug, C3 Superfan, also used that underdog promo code and made over $60 already using that promo code, cashed out, making loot with his football knowledge. Don't forget, C3P is the promo code on underdog. And a hero's path. I'm going to have to ask you, I don't even know what this means, though. Injuries make is better. Eyeballs.
I think he meant to say injuries make us better. So talking about
XL.
If you know, you know, said about XL and Austin Corbett being out, but Cade Mays looking. Cade Mays looking. I mean, I've maintained I wanted Cade Mays to be the center from jump, and I think he's earned it.
And Bryce has thrived with him. Also, another ball out award goes to that. Panthers seem to have their plays in and their focus in more today.
Yep.
There was a couple of times that went. I think we got away with one delay of game. That they're snapping. That I saw it on zeros. I don't know, what the broadcast clock and stuff is, but a lot more cleaner communication. Even on that false start that was not Moten didn't move, there was a lot of talk and communication going on. And I thought this is that the Panthers look composed in their play calling and getting the calls in time. So ball out there. Towel of shame right now. I'll just go with this is the towel of shame goes to those Falcons. They didn't put any points up.
Yes, sir.
And Michael Penix played like they spelled his name on TV.
That's
all I got.
Penis. CK, you want to
go? So mine is going to go to the fact that the Falcons looked really bad, right?
Yeah.
Looked pretty bad. Do you guys remember how bad it felt to know we traded away our first round draft pick and we were the worst team in the NFL? Remember how bad that is? You guys know the Falcons. You guys know the Falcons don't have their first round draft pick next year, right?
They do not.
You remember why?
Because they traded to get 2 defensive players in this draft.
Yep, they traded and traded back up with the Rams to come in, and not only did they trade their first round this upcoming year, their second round this upcoming year, and I think another third round, maybe a fourth rounder. They've got a lot on the line, and the crazy thing about it, and this is not talking bad about Jalen Walker, he has been less than impressive all year. And Pierce, they were 2 linebackers. Did you feel like we were getting we had a backup offensive line? We weren't, we were without, Adam Thielen. We weren't we weren't running the ball all over them. But did you feel like there was a difference maker with those guys? The Falcons right now are in hell. And if you're a Falcons fan, you're looking at this and you're like, we're paying all this money to Kirk Cousins. We just traded our first round draft pick next year for a player that right now hasn't really been all that impressive. Might not be, again, we'll give him some grace because he's a rookie. But it's I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm giving mine to the future prospects of the Falcons right now.
Okay. All right. No sacks on us. Or one sack. Yeah, one sack on the day. One sack on the day. Tell a shame for you, Cody.
For me, listen, man, after a day like this, I just cannot bring myself to give it to any Panther player or any Panther coach. I'm giving it to Michael Penis. Hey, bro, thank you for handing the ball over as many times as you did. We appreciate that. Thank you for getting all of those Falcons fans out of our fucking stadium. We appreciate that too. But unfortunately, Sarah, we'll have to give you the towel of shame.
Thank you for protecting the bank today, Carolina Panthers. Thank you for giving us continued a moment, a little manna for heaven for the Panther fans today. It's not over. Our walk out of the desert is not over. But we're going to keep walking every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. We'll be for the longest running Panthers podcast and more. Cody Lack, it's been a great time. I'm glad you got to see a W today. Man. I'm glad you had a good time. And I'm glad we got to hang out. I'm glad to hang out with all of these beautiful fans in the chat. Thank you for all your calls. Thank you for your time, your attention, your energy. And make sure that you keep pounding. Cody Lack, take us out of here.
C3 Legion. Keep pounding.